short-term shortage of chips, long-term shortage of energy, and a perpetual shortage of storage. In early Arsenian, the whole world was scrambling for expensive graphics cards, making Jensen Huang the dealer of Silicon Valley. But have you ever wondered, if the computing power bottleneck is truly solved, will the evolution of AI be completely smooth sailing? Last year, Justin Sun made a remark: short-term shortage of chips, long-term shortage of energy, and a perpetual shortage of storage. At the time, many thought he was just chasing clout, but looking back, the first two narratives are already playing out with striking accuracy. Today, we are going to break down this impossible triangle of the AI era. Why is the chip shortage just a growing pain? Why has nuclear power become the lifesaver for tech giants? And most crucially, why is storage the ultimate black hole that devours everything and can never be filled? First, let's cool down the hype around the chip shortage. Many feel the sky is falling, but in industrial logic, this is essentially just a capacity ramp-up issue. The shortage of chips exists because demand exploded too quickly and factories are being built too slowly. But don't forget, capacity problems can be solved with money and time. Look at the data. TSMC's CoWoS packaging capacity is set to skyrocket from Batsen wafers per month to over Sanwan in Arling-Arwu. For Nvidia 从 H1 倍到 HR 倍, and now the Blackwell 架构 BR 倍, the supply volume is increasing exponentially every quarter. The truth right now is, high-end AI chips are indeed scarce, but mature nodes are not. Once the supply is unleashed, customers won't even have to wait in those grueling 6-month lines. Therefore, short-term chip shortage is a rational assessment. It is a solvable bottleneck as long as we give TSMC and Nvidia a little time. The chip shortage is about capacity. Then the energy shortage is about physical limits. The ultimate end of computing power is electricity. This isn't a metaphor. It is the iron law of physical thermodynamics. Let's do the math. A single H100 consumes T watts, so a Yuan GPU cluster draws T megawatts. OpenAI, the planned Stargate project, staggering the power consumption Wu gigawatts, equivalent to the total output Wu nuclear power plants. Right now in Virginia, home to the world's largest concentration of data centers, electricity queuing has already begun. Ireland has even been forced to halt new projects because data center power usage accounts for 20% of the entire country's consumption. Why can't this be solved in the short term? Because building a nuclear power plant takes 5 to 10 years, and upgrading the power grid takes 3 to 8 years. Moore's law is slowing down, but AI demand is running wild. The demand for computing power grows C to sure times every year, yet chip energy efficiency only improves by 1.5 to 2 times. This massive gap in the middle can only be filled by brute force, meaning piling on the electricity. This is why Microsoft and Amazon are now rushing to invest in nuclear power. The first time in human technological history, tech companies are front-running for energy. This is no longer a capacity issue, it is a battle against infrastructure cycles and physical constraints. Now, let's talk about the most profound and easily overlooked truth. Why will there be a perpetual shortage of storage? The chip shortage is about capacity. Once they are manufactured, the shortage ends. The energy shortage is about power. Once power plants are built, it is enough. But the storage shortage is about C-base, and data only expands in one direction. From an AI perspective, storage demand has undergone a qualitative mutation. First, the data famine in the training phase. GPT-C devoured Shirsan trillion tokens, essentially wiping clean humanity's high-quality text data. The upcoming multimodal AI and video generation models will require oceans of video streaming data. Second, the bottomless pit of the inference phase. You might have heard of KV cache. The longer the context, the more the AI remembers, and storage demand grows exponentially. Going from a Yi-Bei-28K to a Yi-M context length causes storage requirements to skyrocket 250 times. And this isn't a one-time thing. As long as the AI is thinking, it is frantically generating data. Third, the agent era. Every future agent will need memory long-term context, tool invocation history, and your personal preferences. If billions of agents are running in the future, each acting as a digital human, churning out data arshasitsi, the storage demand will be completely incalculable. Look at this brutal data. Data is growing at a rate of Bafenjalosher to Bafenjabasher annually, but storage density only improves by 15% to 20% each year. This gap will always exist and is only getting wider. This is an intrinsic characteristic in the sense of information theory. Information entropy is increasing, and space will never be enough. Therefore, these three statements are not parallel. They form an interlocking chain of causality. Chips are the gateway, energy is the fuel, and storage is the sediment. Every second that computing power runs, it generates data that needs to be permanently preserved. From the perspective of industrial investment, the chip shortage is a buying signal. It represents certainty, but the window is limited. The energy shortage is a long-term logic. Electricity, nuclear energy, and liquid cooling represent a 5 to 10-year long track. The storage shortage is the ultimate narrative. Whether it is HBM, 3D NAND, or future optical storage, the demand here is eternal. There are no cycles, only growth. While most people are still staring at the first layer computing power, you should be looking at the second layer, energy. And when you realize the preciousness of energy, don't forget that the storage medium, which carries the memories of the entire AI civilization, is the true, unfading hard necessity. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time!